with Iron Mike Tyson, of course. So I'm going to live stream this video, and then later on it's going to save to the channel. And yeah, if any of you guys want to drop in the comments and drop anything in the meantime, give me a shout. I'm right here. So let's jump into it. We've got Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson. This is when he's in his prime. So when he's sort of 20 years old. So if you guys copy what you see on the screen to end up with the same results as what I have in mind. So for the posture, we've gone for Corey Anderson. It gives him a kind of bounce to his step, and it's quite upright with the hands close. Alternatively, let's have a look what else. John Dodson is the other one who kind of has a bounce as well. Mike Tyson, did he have that much bounce in his step? He was much more lower down, swaying from the hips and working his way in, and then he would kind of leap when he would come with those big uppercuts. So for that reason, I've gone for the Corey Anderson one instead of the other John Dodson option that we had. So we got a good little Corey Anderson one there. So now if you guys copy what you see in the appearance, and then you're going to end up with the same results as what I have in mind. So for his hair, what you want to go for is hair 64. Eyebrows, we're going for brows 9. For facial hair, we're going for facial hair 1. And then body hair, we are going for body hair 1. So moving on from that, we have hair color is black, eyebrows is black, no facial hair anyway, and there's no body hair. We have one tattoo on his right arm which says Mike. So that's one thing that you guys are going to have to do towards the end of the tutorial. So let's jump into what his eyes look like. So Mike Tyson, we've gone for the dark brown eyes. Obviously there's only 2 options, and I think dark brown is the one. Pinto Joe just dropped into the chat saying make Jake Paul please, dude. You know what, Pinto, tonight we're going to do another stream. So tonight when we do that one, I'm going to start off with Jake Paul. For his body type, we're going for body type 8. And the skin tone, we are using tone 8. So moving on from that, let's have a look at his face sliders. What you guys got to do is basically copy what you see on the screen to end up with the same results as what I have in mind. So template 9 we're going for, and then just follow what you see in the sculpt sections, and then you end up with the same result as what we have on ours. In the meantime, I'm just going to real quick just fix up the title description to this video. Somehow it's come up with the wrong one. Let me just fix that up real quick. There we go. Okay, and one more time really quickly, just going through all the sliders. And again, this is what you're going to have to do if you want to get the same Mike Tyson as what you've seen on your screen. So moving on from that, the next important part, and this is an important part of the tutorial, is the tattoos. So in order to get the skin tone right, we actually want to use shapes 19. Now when you add shapes 19, yours is going to look something like this when you stretch it out all the way using L1 and the right stick. And then what you want to do is on the D-pad, just hold left. Pinto Joe says tree's still around, mate, don't worry about that. Hold left all the way to the bottom and then go right a bit, and then you'll get a nice blend. And I'm going to just fix up my own tattoo by doing that. And that will give him a slightly darker skin tone, but not too dark like the other option that we have, because it didn't quite work. For his left arm, again, shapes 19. Just want to fade it in. Right arm, shapes 19. Fade it in. And then actually what I want to do, I don't want this high up, so I'm going to swap it by pressing square, bring it to the bottom. Cool. Now for his tattoo, he says Mike, and we are using Kigali font number 13. Now you can make yours smaller than how I have mine, totally up to you. And so yeah, that's Iron Mike Tyson. Now I haven't got round to doing this version as an older version of Mike, but I assume that it would probably go something like this. Just picking hair 58, giving him, hang on, I'll probably just give him a goatee or something and then call it, but it might need more work than that, because his face shape, I guess it will change over 15 years or whatever. What's the Tyson kind of one? Something like that. Yeah, and then probably you'd have to chuck on the face tattoos as well, but let's leave that one for another tutorial. I'm just gonna put his hair back to how it was. Leave that one for next time. So jumping out of that, clothing, black shorts, pretty standard, and you've got the red Strike Force gloves. Alright, cool. So that is Iron Mike Tyson. Let me just do one last zoom in just for the thumbnail thing. And cool. There we go. So now let me get out of this one. I've changed his body type as well since the last tutorial, if you guys haven't noticed. What you can do is you can use tattoos as well to make his body more chiseled by using the faded blacks in the tattoos, and you just put it around his muscles. So let's move on to the next one. What's next on the list? Roy Jones Jr. So now we're going to have a look at Roy Jones. And this is based kind of more off Roy Jones when he's in his like mid-30s. Pinto Joe, yeah, let's have a look at Oscar De La Hoya. So Pinto Joe asked about Oscar De La Hoya, and I think later on tonight in the stream I'll give him a go. Maybe I'll change his face template. Again guys, copy what you see on the screen to end up with the same results as what we have on my screen. I've used the Nate Diaz stance. I thought he was alright. He gave him a little forward lean, kind of like, you know, he's kind of baiting you in and then he's going to fly in with a hook or something. But other than that, I mean, you could give him a kickboxer style stance. It's up to you guys what you want to do with that. Let's jump into his appearance now. You don't need to worry about presets. For his hair, I've gone for hair 59, and I believe I've thrown a tattoo over it as well. Let me just check because it's been a while. Yeah, so hair 59 plus we got a tattoo under it. For his eyebrows, we've gone for brow 7. Man, he actually looks quite good. For his facial hair, we got facial hair 6 and no body hair. For his hair color on his head, got black, eyebrows black, common facial hair black, and body hair, we don't need to worry about that. Moving on from that, let's have a look at his eyes. So I didn't go for dark brown for Roy Jones. You guys can if you want. I thought brown was a better fit for him, so that's what I went for. For his body, now this is a difficult one for Roy Jones because you got quite a few options. I ended up going for body 11. You need something that's kind of slim with long arms. That's kind of how he was. So just have a look around guys, see which one you like. But I've settled on body 11. He's got really long arms there, and when you're playing as him against other players, you really feel that reach. So Pinto Joe's asking, are you getting a PS5? You know that Harry Potter game we were talking about yesterday? That interests me. And the Spider-Man, so we'll see. Template 22 guys for the face, and then just follow what you see on the sculpt while I talk about the PS5. So yeah, I don't know man, it's like £500 in the UK for PS5, which is kind of, it's a bit steep if you're asking me. Like the games on launch, okay, there's 2 games I'm interested in, that Harry Potter game and Spider-Man. And I guess FIFA as well, FIFA with new graphics, but FIFA was alright on PS4 Pro. I don't need that much better graphics, but maybe for FIFA. So you could argue 3 games there, but I don't know man. What are you thinking Pinto, you gonna get it? It's a tricky one. It's always a tricky one buying it on launch. So next up, we're going to have a look at Roy Jones's tattoos. Now, these are quite important, so it's going to take a little bit more time. Pinto Joe says, yeah, he's going to get the PS5. Fair enough, mate. As you guys saw earlier in the tutorial, where we gave Mike Tyson the darker shade, you're going to use Shapes 19. So we're going to do the same thing and cover up Roy Jones with Shape 19 on his torso. Yours will look something like this, and you want to hold L1 on right, stretch out all the way, and hold left on the D-pad. Hey, what's up Cole? So the main stream is actually going to be later on. Right now I'm just doing a tutorial stream on the fighters listed in the description, and just another way to get these onto the channel, I guess. So for his eyebrows, we are using Mythos font 9, chucking it right on top. And basically you guys, you just want to use that to stack up the eyebrows, make them a bit thicker. So Pinto Joe says, in America, PS5 is not as expensive as in the UK. Yeah, I don't know man, hardware in the UK, we always seem to pay a premium. Same with Europe as well actually. So as I'm clicking through these Mythos fonts, just pay attention to where I've placed them, but it's just basically over the eyebrows. Cole says, did you see what Roy Jones Jr. said about the Mike Tyson fight? No, I didn't man, you're going to have to tell me more. Okay, so we've got one tattoo that's going right across the middle of his face, and then you want to press left, and it's going to go right under his eyebrow ridge. Clever font 9, one above his eyebrow over here. Clever font 9, one up here. So what's Cole saying? Jones Jr. said he's having second thoughts about the Tyson fight after he's seen how serious Tyson is. Bruv, can you blame him? Has he actually said that? Can you blame him though? Like Tyson Tyson's gonna try and knock him out. That's a given. And Roy Jones, like, he's a middleweight. Do you know what I mean? He's taking on a heavyweight. Like, it's a big ask. So here we got Clever Font 9. I've used it on the eyebrow as well, just to thicken it up a bit. Same on the other side. So that's what we've done with those. And the rest we use for creases. Give nice thick eyebrows. And then actually, look, we've got one going up his head up here. And then same again on the other side. And basically what these two do is it kind of gives them a bit of a head shape. So one is over here again. The other one's over here. And finally we've got, what we got? We've got more stuff. Alright, I'm going to carry on reading what Cole's written. So on the top of his head, sorry, we've got a square. That's going to make his hair a bit darker. See what Cole's saying. So Cole said, Roy Jones Jr. said he's having a second thoughts about Tyson fight. Because Tyson actually wants to KO and break Jones. But Jones just wants an exhibition charity type deal. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, it was like an exhibition at first, wasn't it? And then now it's become like this big thing. And after seeing Tyson's like training tapes, it's like, bruv, Tyson should be fighting some modern boxers, like people who are actually in their prime. Like, just by the way that Tyson looked, man, like Roy Jones isn't on that level. If you look at Roy Jones' the late part of his career, Roy Jones is like, he's not the same as he was. I mean, Tyson obviously isn't, but Tyson's still dangerous, man. And he's a heavyweight. I don't know, man, big guy. So I wish Roy the best. So really quickly, these tattoos from 18 to 23 are for his beard. And that's what we've done, basically just to give him a bit more lines on his beard. And so yeah, that's Roy Jones, man. He's got the white gloves, red shorts, and like I said, he's got a tattoo on his head to make his hair a bit darker. And that's a wrap. Jump on to the next guy and catch up on the chat. So what's Pinto saying? Is there going to be another live stream because I need Jake Paul? Yeah, Pinto, in a couple of hours, basically I'm going to go gym after this. And then in a couple of hours, I'm going to do another stream. And we'll see if we can pull out like 3 or 4 fighters in that one. So moving on to the next one. What have we got? Lennox Lewis. Now Lennox Lewis, as you all know, he's another heavyweight from the Vladimir Klitschko kind of era. Actually sort of Tyson era as well. So just copy what you see on the screen to end up with the same results. For the stance, we've gone for Joseph Benavidez. Cole says Mayweather versus Jake Paul is being finalized. Kind of a disgrace to the sport in my opinion. Rah, okay. That's crazy. My friend texted me actually saying he was going to fight one of the Paul brothers. And to be honest, Mayweather's just, I reckon he's going to retire 100-0 at this rate. He's just fighting everyone now, isn't he? Like, he's not fussed. So you got two options here, guys, for the eyebrows. You can either go for brows 10 or you can go for brows 9. I think I might finish it with brows 9 actually, because we didn't really have the eyebrows necessary for what's his face, Lennox Lewis. So I've gone for one of those two. Facial hair, you want to use facial hair 21. Body hair, no body hair, and all the colours are black for the hair. Moving on from that, let's have a look at his eyes. Dark brown. What's Cole saying? He respects Mayweather's hustle. Well, it's Mayweather's, like, it's fun for him at the end of the day. If that's what he likes to do, that's what he likes to do. So for his body type, I want to give him lanky but also strong. So I've gone for body 16. And then skin tone, we've gone for tone 9. Oh, he's fighting Logan Paul apparently. Okay. Yeah, I think Logan's he's a bit bigger than Jake, isn't he? Logan's like 85 kilos. Mayweather's like 68 kilos or something. It should be. I was gonna say it should be interesting, but nah, it's not gonna be interesting. Mayweather can do whatever he wants in that fight. For his face, for Lennox Lewis, guys, we're gonna use template 18, and then copy what you see on the screen to end up with the same results as what I have in mind. Hey, little Josh, how you doing, buddy? So little Joshy says, I don't believe that Floyd is gonna fight Logan Paul. Do you know how big Logan Paul is to him? Yeah, Logan's like middleweight, like UFC. So Logan Paul's like cruiserweight size in boxing terms. But it's Mayweather, man. Like, what trouble is Logan Paul gonna pose to Mayweather? Like, do you know what I mean? Logan will be gassing. He'll be out of breath. Like, Mayweather's done like 10 laps of him already. If you look at his KSI fight, which obviously, like, respect to him, like getting in the ring and fighting, that's no easy feat, and what he's done isn't, like, you know, it's impressive. But Floyd Mayweather's a professional, bro. It's different. It's a different category. He's one of the best of all time. For clothing for Lennox Lewis, you guys can choose whatever you want. We've gone for the generic black shorts and red gloves. Have I missed anything? I do tattoos. He hasn't got any tattoos anyway. And yeah, that is Lennox Lewis. Fighter type should be boxer actually, he's not jiu-jitsu. Where is it? Boxer sniper. There we go. Floyd would embarrass him, Paul counter him all night, said little Joshy. Yeah, now Floyd would probably just stand there in the middle of the ring, bro. He just wouldn't even do anything like he did to McGregor. Logan Paul just knacker himself out. Because Floyd will try and put on a show still, do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people are going to be buying his next shows. He wants to make it at least a little bit convincing. Okay, so on to the next one. We've got Vladimir Klitschko. So let's jump into him. Cole says, is that Tyson in the stream earlier, the finalized version? Yeah, that's the final version, man. I don't think I'm going to work on that one anymore. I'm pretty happy with where he is. If you got suggestions, obviously we can make some tweaks. But I'm pretty happy where he is. So now we're doing Vladimir Klitschko, guys. And I've gone for the Kevin Gastelum stance. To give him that kind of Vladimir, where Vlad's got his hand out. That's the kind of thing that Vlad likes to do. And then he'll use that jab. He'll keep them at bay. He'll use that to clinch. And then bang, he'll catch him with the other hand. So let's move on from that. And let's have a look at his hair. So for his hair, we've gone for hair 52. For his eyebrows, we've got brows 10. For his facial hair, no facial hair. Body hair, no body hair. And then hair color, black, light brown, and dark brown. Yeah, no worries, Cole. I'm gonna go gym after I've done this one anyway. I need to get out of the house. Vladimir Klitschko, we've got dark hazel eyes I've given him. So that's the bottom one. Body, we've gone for body type 8. I mean, Vladimir is actually a bit more hench than that, so you could use body 19 and use tattoos to kind of put fades on him, make him look more chiseled, but I've gone for body 8. And I'll demonstrate real quick how you can do that. So if you go to tattoos and then you go across to shapes, and then in shapes you want to go to shapes 99, I think it is. And what you can do, shrink it down all the way, and then you can start, shapes 99, it's one of the further down ones. It's like a circle shape. How did we do it yesterday, guys? Basically what you do is you take that and you put it under the key muscle bits, and then it gives them a bit more definition, like so. And that way you can make him look more chiseled. So you can do this for all your creative fighters, really. It takes a bit of time to do it, but if you want to make your guys look a bit more like 300 Spartans, then that's an option. You see how his chest is just, his abs are more defined now. Alright, cool. So let's have a look at his head sliders now. So we're jumping into his head sliders. We got template 28. And yeah, copy what you see on the screen, guys, to end up with the same results as what I have in mind. So what you saying, Joshy? What are you streaming? You streaming UFC, or are you gonna stream Fight Night? What's your plans? Tree versus Mayweather, says Pinto. Dude, Tree would smash Mayweather, man. Tree destroys everyone. Cole can test to that. You've seen the full powers. Alright, let's go through this. So I think that's caught all of them. Let me just go through it slowly one more time. And then we'll wrap it up here for today. And that's it for him. So we've gone for red shorts and red gloves. And yeah, that's Vladimir Klitschko. Who else have we done today? We've done Mike Tyson, we've done Roy Jones Jr., we've done Lennox Lewis, and we've done Vladimir Klitschko. For anyone who's checking this video out after the stream, if you enjoyed the content, like, comment, share, subscribe. For all the guys that are in the stream right now, thanks for stopping on by, guys. Later on, again, like I said, we're going to do a stream. Little Josh has apparently got a stream going on tonight as well, and he says this weekend he might stream the new COD PS4 beta. So check out Little Josh's channel as well. I thank you guys for stopping by, and my name's Aiden, and I'm out of here. Peace.